And we're going to switch things up a little bit here on Paper Route, and we're going to open the show with our Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week segment. It is time for Yo Rookie. Run me my graphic, BC. Run me my graphic. All right, guys. So listen, we got a bunch of nominees for Week 5 of Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week. So, B-Flow, we're going to run through these real quick. All right, here we go. So we got, go ahead and throw up the nominees up there for me. Ooh, we got some new faces in the mix. We got some new faces in the mix. All right.
See them Bears. Hey.
Listen, we're gonna.
Time I'm claiming the Bears.
Oh wow, Brandon! Let me get through the nominees before you start picking them apart, please. Go ahead. Listen, we got first up. We got Bryce Young, quarterback from the Carolina Panthers, completed 25 of 41 attempts for 247 yards and 3 touchdowns in Week 5. We got Miami running back Devon Achane, Miami Dolphins. 165 scrimmage yards and scored 1 rushing touchdown in the Dolphins' Week 5 win. We have Denver running back Jaleel McLaughlin, recorded 89 scrimmage yards and scored 1 receiving touchdown in Week 5. We got Philadelphia defensive tackle Jalen Carter, recorded 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for a loss in the Eagles' Week 5 win to remain undefeated, one of the only 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL. And we have a gentleman who's going to be joining us in just a few minutes. We got Chicago defensive back Terell Smith, recorded 6 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery in the Bears' Week 5 win. And we also got another guy going to be joining us right after him. We got Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Josh Downs, caught 6 passes for 97 yards in the Colts' Week 5 win. What do you want me to call him, Brandon?
Smooth.
Smooth?
Call him Smooth. Yeah, we got to come up. B-Flow, we got to come up with a nickname for this one, man. This dude right here going to be next level in a minute.
I already know.
Well, listen, as I mentioned and as Brandon mentioned, we got a Chicago Bear in the building with us. So everybody, welcome to the show. Out of Chi-Town. Well, he's repping Chi-Town now because, you know, that's where he plays. Terell Smith is in the building. Welcome to the show.
Big dog.
Appreciate it.
Welcome, bro. Listen, we know you have a meeting to get to, so we're all going to hit you with one question because we know you got to go 10:50. That's all we need, right? Because we know you're going to be back on this board here by the end of the year. So my question for you is, talk to me about your rookie year, right? Like, how special was it being drafted to Chicago? I was a Chicago Bear for a minute. They kicked me out of there after 3 years. They said, Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, you guys aren't getting it done. You guys got to move on. So talk to me about being a Chicago Bear as a rookie.
It was a special moment for real. Like when the draft was happening, I was with my family and close friends and everything. And then I got the call and then let everybody know it was going to be in Chicago. And it was just fun. It was an exciting time. And then training camp and everything went smooth. And then just trying to keep the wins going this season.
Terell, what they call you in the locker room? Because we don't go by government names in the football locker room. What's your nickname in the locker room? That's what I'm going to call you by.
They call me Smitty.
Smitty?
Smitty.
I like it. Smitty. So at Minnesota, right, you got some playing time as a freshman, became a starter, had some Porter guys come in. Senior year, you came in, balled. You always face adversity well, and just when you got on the field, you always made plays. Guy goes down in Chicago, you came in, and now you up for Rookie Pepsi Player of the Week. Like, where did that mentality come from, bro? Where it's just like, yo, I'm going to put my head down, and when I get the chance, I'm going to just ball every chance I get.
I'll just say that mentality really came from like my parents just instilling that in me at a young age and everything. Cause like my parents came over to the U.S. like from Jamaica and everything, so they had to work for everything that they got, and they just instilled that in me at a young age. Just always be ready when your name is called, and just keep your head down and keep working.
Listen, Ryan Flower of Bleacher Report on Saturday, October 7th, so just this past weekend, dubbed you one of the top steals from the 2023 draft.
Okay.
Now, fifth rounder out of Minnesota, obviously. I mean, I think a lot of people tend to forget that you can get a lot of impressive talent deep into the draft. I mean, to be dubbed one of the best steals of the draft, I mean, what does that mean for you?
I feel like it just goes to show you, like, no matter like where you're picked or like where you're drafted at, as long as you believe in yourself and you just put the work in every day, like once we all on that field, like we all on the field together, like the draft picks and all that's out the window. So you just got to go out there and ball and show everybody that you belong.
Do you think
So
that?
listen, go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah, real quick. Do you think that being, a late round pick gave you a different tenacity, gave you a different kind of just chip on your shoulder? Not necessarily a bad chip, but a good chip than maybe some of the top picks in the locker room.
I'll say definitely, because you just want to go out there and prove everybody that you can go out there and play with the best of them. So I guess like just being drafted later in the draft, you just want to go out there and show everybody your skill set and show everybody what you could do and show everybody why they ended up picking you.
So listen, I know we said we were going to go around the horn once, but we can still I see Josh down sitting there waiting patiently for us. I owe you some push-ups, bro, for being 5 minutes late, but we're going to steal one more round. Bro, the Bears, who are y'all? Right? Like, I came week 1, saw y'all up close and personal against the Green Bay Packers. I love what I saw. I felt like y'all had a team that can compete, that could be in any game. Who is the Chicago Bears?
I definitely feel like we could compete with anybody, and I feel like we're finding our identity as a team in the locker room. I feel like it's coming together. We had to take a couple tough losses. We was up by 21 against Denver and allowed them to come back in the game and come back to beat us. And then I feel like just all the adversity that we went through early on in the season is going to be able to help us like keep clicking, and we learn from all those experiences early. So I feel like that would benefit us going down this stretch of the season.
Yeah, y'all have been going through y'all adversities. Media been on y'all, but y'all battling y'all way through everything. And when you a rookie, you always go through them battles. You might hit the rookie wall, but you also need an OG, an old guy in the locker room to just put you under his wing and let you know how the season go, how to maneuver through the season. Who's been that guy for you this year?
I talked to Jalen Johnson a lot, the other corner, and I talked to Eddie Jackson. He's been in the league for a little bit now. So they really just show us the ropes and show us how to get stuff done, show us how to maneuver and stuff as a rookie. And then like I'll say like our rookie development is like just real good, and we do that every week. So I feel like just those three things is really helping like our whole rookie class as a whole.
Listen,
bro, that was awesome.
Before we let you go, I've been doing this with all the rookies and having them fill in this sentence. So real quick, just go ahead and fill in the sentence for me. My rookie year will be blank.
Successful.
I like that. Short, simple, meaningful, to the point. I appreciate that.
Listen, you already succeeded, bro, by making it to the NFL. The hard part is staying. So keep your head up. Keep leaning on the vets, learning, taking what you need from them, and keep growing, bro. Love what you guys are, like the makeup of this team, the mentality, the mindset. Y'all scrappy, y'all fighting. It's a long season, so let's see what happens. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Smitty.
All right. Listen, well, we have back-to-back guys with us in the building tonight. Back-to-back rookies, should I say, because now we're going to go ahead and talk to Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Josh Downs. Welcome to the show, Josh. Fresh off of a win, fresh off of an impressive game for yourself. How are you feeling?
But I'm feeling blessed, feeling great. 3-2, about to go to Jacksonville this week. Big divisional game, so I'm excited.
Go ahead and talk to us a little bit about, the feeling in the locker room. Obviously, Anthony Richardson, you guys are going to be without him for a couple of weeks. They said, they're looking at probably at least about a month, but you get JT back. So the offense loses a piece, but you also gain a piece. What's the feeling in the locker room?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's sad Anthony went down. Great guy, explosive player, huge talent. But we got Gardner Minshew coming in. He's a vet, a guy who's made a lot of plays, a guy who can come in there and fill it in to the highest of ability. So, I mean, and JT came back, arguably one of the best running backs in the league. So, the locker room is a little sad. AR went down. But at the end of the day, we got to keep going. We got to keep playing. We got some big games going for us. So, we just got to keep going.
So, bro, this segment's called Yo Rookie. We get an opportunity to sit down with the best of the best every single week. So thank you for blessing our show. I'm sure you're going to be on a few more times by the end of the season. And hell, there's going to be a long, phenomenal career. So hopefully we get an opportunity to sit down with you in person. Growing up, who did you look up to? Like who was on your wall? What was the receivers that you said, you know what? If I can take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that guy, I'll be all right.
Yeah, so growing up, man, I used to watch you, of course. Come on, I used to see you. But I definitely see you out there. So we got different styles. You bigger than me, so but no, I definitely respect your game. But when I was growing up, I was a big LSU fan, so I seen Odell and Jarvis Landry out there making a lot of plays when they was in college. I looked up to those guys, and then as I got a little bit older, I started trying to model my game a little bit after like Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. Smooth finesse, make guys miss, just real smooth in and out of breaks, good route running guys. So I feel like Odell, I mean, he was a face of a lot of stuff when I was a kid and growing up in middle school and high school. So I watched a lot of him, and then Keenan Allen and Devontae Adams, them cats real nice. So I used to pay attention to them a lot.
B, it's so crazy. He's saying Odell growing up.
I know
Odell's
that's crazy.
only 30, B.
That's crazy.
Odell's only
they
30.
young, man. They
Yeah,
young. Fresh
y'all
legs.
old. Y'all are old.
Hey, so Josh, I watched a lot of film on you in college, right? Because I went to Virginia Tech, you went to UNC, right? So I used to try to prep the DBs on, hey, look, when we play UNC, do not let this guy get behind you, man. And still to this day, you find a way to get behind defenders every game, week in, week out. Is it like just because they can't check you, your speed, or is it an art mentally where you just know how to get behind defenders? Like, what's the secret to your finessing on the field?
Yeah, so I first just God-given ability, blessed with it, of course, and then also just studying the game. Grew up when my daddy played in the NFL, my uncle played in the NFL, so I grew up just around the game, in and out. And then, like you said, it's an art. You got to study tape. You gotta work your tail off. I did a lot of working when I was a kid, and even when like kids outside playing around, my dad making me run hills in the morning before school, waking me up to go in the backyard. Do running back drills, do receiver drills. So just a lot of work being put in, and then just having a feel for the game, in zones and man, just recognizing different coverages, leverages, and just being able to finesse your way in and out of coverages. So I feel like those things, and then speed, quickness, and athleticism as well go into it.
I like hearing that. We're going to have to clip that out, B, because my son need to hear that. His dad had him running hills. He ain't out. That's what I'm doing with my son, bro. So
hey,
it works.
We in the same boat. It's a process. I'm trying to get my kid out there too. He don't want to listen to me. So Josh, can you give us some advice? What should me and B do as fathers, to get our kids to embrace that, right? Like, because we know what it takes. We've been there before. So we out there trying to get our kids to do a little bit of extra. Sometimes they don't want to listen. Give us some advice.
Yeah, so my dad, he had to basically just he didn't force us, but when we was younger, he had to kind of just keep pushing it, and he was taking us to school. So basically he was like, before you get in this car, we're gonna get this work. And it was like, but we had to do it. So I say just stay on them. Eventually they're gonna flip that switch themselves. They're gonna realize like, okay, like I'm making plays on the field. I'm ahead of everybody. So let me just keep on this own path on my own. So now I'm asking my pops when he comes in town, like, let me go get some work with you. He don't even have to ask me. So things like that. And then just keep working your child. They gonna eventually fall into fold.
So y'all used to go to school stinky and sweaty?
No.
Oh my God.
So he used to make us get. We used to shower before. Like, I'm talking about school at like 8. We getting up at like 6:15, 6:30. Work out for like 45. School only like 10 minutes away, so work out for like 45. Quick shower, quick breakfast, and then we go into school like getting there like 10 minutes before the bell, 5 minutes before the bell type vibe.
Really quickly, I know Ash and B probably jump in here. Um, do you think because your father, your uncles, they were in the league, and you seeing that, you growing up in that environment, that you had like a head start on a lot of guys? And then the second part is, do you feel like you have an edge over a lot of guys, like more mature because you kind of been around it and groomed?
I wouldn't say a head start. I feel like if you use it to your advantage, it can help you. So I mean, you might know my uncle Dre Bly. So
Oh yeah.
Dre Bly played a lot of years in the league and stuff like that. He also coached me when he was in when I was in college because he coached at Carolina. So after I left high school and stuff like that, being with my
Pinky.
dad and all that, yeah. So Dre was my college coach, and he coached corners. I play receiver, so he arguably Hall of Famer, college football Hall of Famer. So he helped me a lot those last 3 years when I was in school. And basically, I just used nuggets that he would tell me, my father would tell me that they felt that they didn't do as best as they had when they were in the league or in college. And I would just try to perfect it to my ability. And then even my little brother, he plays safety at Alabama right now. He's on his way up as well, and he's learning from me and them. So he's got an even better head start. So I'd say it's definitely a good piece of information that you can have, having your dad or any family member that played in the NFL. And I suggest any kid that has that and plays football, use that to your ability, and listen to everything they say if you want to get to the highest level.
We called him Pinky, B Flow. We can't disclose this on the airways, but we called Dre Bly. I played with Dre right here in
Yeah.
Denver. I'm in Denver right now. B Flow, we called him Pinky.
I get it. I get why.
Why you
later.
call him Pinky? Don't
I
get why
don't. Why did,
tell me why you called him Pinky so I can go back to
Why
him
did
and
you call him that?
Pinky.
It ain't just me. It was the whole team.
But
And
why?
he told us to call him Pinky. You got to ask him. You got to go to him and say, "Oh, why Pinky, Unc?"
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him today because he called me before my game. I ain't noticed. Now I
I'm
got
a
some
little-
information. I'm asking.
Is it something is it something you can't say? Like, I'm confused. I'm a little nervous now.
I'm gonna let Pinky tell him why.
Okay. Listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him now. I'm definitely asking him.
So you obviously got, a little bit of a head start in terms of knowledge and things like that. And also you were primed and ready for this position. But what has been the hardest transition for you, coming from college, playing your first year professional, and what has been the easiest transition?
Yeah, I mean the hardest transition. I would just say, we got to be long days in the facility, a lot of meetings. You got to really stay focused. That's the biggest thing. I mean, college you would complain about an hour or two meeting. Now it's like you got 6 hours of meetings every day, so there's no more complaining. This the job. And then I just say just getting used to going against the highest level of competition each and every day and each and every game. So like you got to realize them guys across from you get paid too. So if you don't make every single play or you don't get open every single time, you got to just throw that in the trash can and go to the next play instead of being like, dang, like this cat, he just strapped me or something like that. So you just got to realize it's a higher level of competition. And then I'd say the easiest part is just keeping the same work ethic. I'd say at the end of the day, it's football. So, you got to put in work. You can't really let the things that got you to this point lead you astray and just go away from them. Got to keep working, got to keep God first, and got to stay on that path.
Let's talk about the Colts real quick. I mean, I think that this team has taken a lot of people by surprise. I think that when people were going ahead and doing their rankings or their way too early playoff predictions, I think the Colts were a team that had a big question mark next to it. What kind of Colt team were we going to get? You guys have shown only 5 weeks into the season, now 6 weeks into the season, that you're a team that can make some noise and that you can't sleep on, a dark horse, if you will. What is it about the DNA of this team that makes that possible?
Yeah, I'd say just Coach Steichen coming in day one, just really setting the tone, making sure that we work more than anything. He's going to harp on that every single week that we're going to work. We spend countless hours in the facility. And then we got a lot of dogs on the team, a lot of guys that got chips on their shoulders, just want to prove a lot of people wrong and prove themselves right. So I feel like each and every week, you should see our practices. We going 100 miles per hour. Fall camp was crazy. And then even still, when we go ones-on-ones, compete period during the week, we getting after it. We talking trash, stuff like that. So I just say it's a team full of dogs, a lot of tough guys on the team that just want to get better, want to be great, and we want to prove a lot of people wrong.
So, Josh, right, I'm a big advocate of players make each other better, right? Whether it's players on your team or you just look around the league and just see what other players doing. I got a chance to see you work out in South Florida when you was training for the draft.
Yeah.
And B, these boys was cold running routes. Him, Tank Dell. And every week we turn on the TV, you see Tank getting behind the defense. You see Josh getting behind the defense. So do y'all kind of keep tabs on each other on who's doing what around the league? You know, just broadcast y'all talent to each other for bragging rights.
Yeah, I remember I talked to you at the Orange Bowl field. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say that group was real talented. We had down there, like you said, Tank, Jordan Addison, Rasheed Rice, Demario Douglas. We had a lot of cats down there. Jahmyr Gibbs was down there. So we keep tabs on each other to see who's doing well. We brothers now at the end of the day. So that experience brought us together. And first time I played the Texans, me and Tank, we swapped jerseys. So came up to me, told me he loved me, and we were excited to see what we keep doing because I'm gonna be playing against him for a couple of years. So I'd say just that competition, but that healthy competition when we were down there, it helped us. And seeing the guys that we trained with and even played against in college succeed now, it's huge. And proud of them cats, and we just want to keep going.
As we wrap up and let you go, I want to end this way, Ashley, and B. I like to do this. I call it getting messy. Okay.
Oh,
when you get drafted,
God.
bro, it's a special thing. Like it's a fraternity. You're in a fraternity, but there's like a room within the frat house, right? So that group that you just mentioned, like you guys are going to be brothers forever. It's a very special thing. So I can go back to 2006, the guys that I was drafted with to the Denver Broncos, even guys around the league. So, the guys that you just mentioned, all those wide receivers, that was a beautiful thing. Hopefully y'all got the footage and y'all saved that because we'll look back on that 10, 15 years from now and see a lot of Pro Bowls, Hall of Famers, all pros. Give me the top 5. Rank them.
Hey, so I got to just remember completely who was down there. Oh, so this is a tough question. So, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or none of that.
Don't feel pressured to get messy with him. Don't let him rope
we had
you in.
So we had a lot of cats down there. I'm not even going to give it top 5, but I got respect for all them boys. Jaden Reed, Rasheed Rice, Tank Dell, Demario Douglas, Jordan Addison, Bryce Ford Wheaton. We had too many receivers down there at XPE. Shout out Tony Vellani and them, but I can't even give a top 5, man. It was a lot.
Doesn't it make it easier when you have more people to pick from?
It doesn't.
Brandon, stop it.
I still keep in contact with all them cats. They my guys. So
listen,
yeah.
Josh, we're gonna end on a non-messy note, okay? I asked Terell the same question. I've been asking the rookies across the board this question, so I want you to fill in this sentence for me. My rookie year will be blank.
Successful.
Oh my gosh, 2 successfuls back to back. That's crazy. Wow, of all the words. I love that though. It's straight to the point. I'm not mad at it.
Hey, so before we let you go, bro, don't forget about us when you become big time. When you're a rookie, it's easy to get you guys for an interview. So when you're big time, all pro, Pro Bowl, all of that, just make sure you answer the call and always come back. Thanks.
Nah, I'll never be big time. Always gonna answer the call for y'all. Come on now.
Bye, Josh. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Keep balling, bro.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, guys, listen, we had 2 incredible rookies joining us, but we want to go ahead and remind you, if you want to vote for any of the rookies you heard from today or even the rookies you did not hear from, make sure you head over and vote now for the Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week at NFL.com/voting/rookies. Again, that's NFL.com/voting/rookies. And this has been Yo Rookie.